video with me, Mr. Cola Roaster.
Hello everyone, Merry Christmas to all of you. There's one Christmas saying that all of you know. Naughty or nice. Which coasters that I've ridden will get coal, and which coasters that I've ridden will get the gift of love from me. I have 7 coasters that made my naughty list and 7 that made my nice list. The other ones are getting the gifts from other people out there, so they're irrelevant for this video. And you know what, why don't we just get started with this video? Let's start off with the naughty list. The first coaster on my naughty list is Racer at Kings Island. This took the spot as my least favorite coaster I've ridden when I rode it in early August. My first ride I did blue side and it was bad, and I realized that I had to ride the other side to get the other credit. I rode it in the red side next and it was even worse. I then had time to kill before my boarding pass time came because I was trying to ride Orion. So I rode it one more time on the blue side for some reason, and it was my worst ride on it. I said never again, and I may do it sometime in the future, but I can do without it, and I really think this is an excellent hybrid candidate. Please just fix it. I know it's old, but it's a torture device. Why was it so bad? Well, it was stapling me mid-ride while I was getting my whole body shaken like I was in an earthquake. That hurt my legs and pelvic area so much. I don't see how you can like this. Goliath at Six Flags Fiesta Texas has to make the naughty list. Hopefully I can get back on this ride in a couple of years and maybe it'll be taken off the naughty list. It just wasn't a very good ride. You'll know how I feel about this already. Apparently I'm weak because I absolutely assassinated my feet, and when the ride was over, I had to take a minute to recover. Honestly, the best part about my experience with it was looking at it, because the color scheme along the quarry wall looks really good. Wild Mouse at Dorney Park is going to be added to my naughty list. It was doing so well. It wasn't nice, but it wasn't getting cold, and then it knocked the wind out of me at the end on the final bricks. I thought I punctured a lung or something. Seriously though, that just felt dangerous. Probably will never ride this thing ever again. Crazy Mouse at the Erie County Fair is on here. I rode this in 2019. The footage used here isn't the exact one, but it's the same type of ride. Your typical fairgrounds Crazy Mouse. It threw me everywhere. I hit my knees. I was sitting with the stranger and kept getting thrown into them. The design on this is just not good, and the fairs out there need to upgrade their ride selection, honestly. Corkscrew at Cedar Point comes in. It's not an absolute horrible torture device like a lot of people say. However, it's not really fun. It's just kind of there, and it is short. But the seatbelt has came undone mid-ride for me and my friend before, so for possibly risking our lives maybe, I don't know. I'll put you on the naughty list. Let's head over to the other extreme coaster at Cedar Point that I can do without, Glurgh. This is like the biggest headbanger I've ever ridden along with Mystery Mine, and that says a whole lot. Its drop is good, but when it's as long as it is, and it only has one good element that's not painful, you're definitely making my naughty list. I'd love to hear you say this is a smooth ride with a straight face. The Bat at Canada's Wonderland is going to be the 7th and final coaster to make this list. It's the worst boomerang that I've done, so because of that, it has to make it onto this list. You're the worst of about a billion others out there. How does that make you feel? It's not one of the absolute worst coasters I've done out there, but it's just a shame that someone has to be a worse boomerang when they're all pretty much the same. Now let's head over to the nice list. My favorite coaster ever, Lightning Rod. What a coaster. This ride makes me happy. I do really hope the steel track only fixes it and the launch gets faster again like in 2016. This ride is sick, the launch is great, and so is the airtime. The drop kinda caught me off guard because on some people's videos they said it has the worst drop for an RMC, and it was still a fantastic drop. The scenery, the airtime, and the intensity make it a top 1 ride for me, and you'll never get coal if it had a million different lives. Steel Vengeance has to be on the nice list too, right? I mean, I've done it more than any other roller coaster. In 2018, it got me stuck on the lift hill, so it was on the naughty list then, but it's all gifts now. It's gifted me with so many amazing rides, so I have to gift it with love from me. Most airtime on Earth, it's the definition of relentless. It was running fantastic in 2020. I got my best ride on it this year. Overall, really amazing. Diamondback is 100% making this list. I was expecting to be disappointed after riding Candemonium and being a little let down, because I didn't know which version of B&M Hyper to get, Behemoth style or Candemonium style, and I got Diamondback style. Better than both of them by far. Awesome airtime, the most incredible floater ever. It has a slight rattle after a turnaround, but you'd just be getting picky. The drop is really nice, and that splashdown can get you pretty wet if you stick your arm out in the back on the splashdown. It's such a nice coaster. I'll shun any Diamondback haters. It's on my nice list. The next coaster to be on the nice list is Ride of Steel at Six Flags Darien Lake, and I just feel bad for this ride because of Cuomo. Could have opened this year, and either way, it probably would have been nice. This ride has the airtime, the drop, the intensity, and it's got a solid length. The original Ride of Steel is very underrated, and just because it's at this park, it's not talked about enough. The next coaster on my nice list is Iron Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. It's one of 2 RMCs at the park, and it does happen to be the best there. It's my 3rd favorite of the 4 I've done so far, and it's a great ride. The first drop is incredible. It has nice airtime moments like the quarry drop. It loses pacing on top of the wall, but after it jumps off the wall, it goes through a really cool tunnel into an awesome pop of laterals. At the end, it'll feel like the pacing was awesome, and it is a very short ride. It makes my nice list because it's one of the first coasters I did this year, and it's still in my top 10. And it's jumped some very good coasters I've ridden in the rankings. Not bad, not naughty. Hydra is on my nice list because it's extremely underrated and currently in my top 10. That drop though, wow, it's super underrated with the rocks at the bottom, and that JoJo roller is really cool. Best tank top I've ever experienced. The inversions are absolutely wicked, and it shocked me. Best ride in the park by far. It's one of the best in Pennsylvania without a doubt. It'll get the gift of my attention and love. The final coaster on my nice list is Wild Eagle at Dollywood. Now this isn't in my top 10, but I enjoy it over Leviathan, and the drop is wild, the scenery is wild, the inversions are wild, and this is an underrated roller coaster. It's wild. My first ride on it was mediocre, and then I rode it 11 more times, and I was amazed by just how good this coaster is. Really wild. Can't wait to ride it again. Fantastic coasters. It's on my nice list. Really wild. So, which coasters are on your naughty and nice list? Let me know down below. Again, Merry Christmas to all of you. Have a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later.